Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, today we'll be discussing meaning of and illustration of contract account, how it is prepared. Contract account is a method of costing where we try to find out the profit earned by the contractor. What is the basic concept of contract? Contract means an agreement which is enforceable by law. So there are two parties required. One is called as a person who is giving a contract, and another person who is taking a contract, that is a job under a contract. So the person who takes job under a contract is called as a contractor. For example, we have painting contractor, we have civil contractor, we have electric work contractor. The person who is giving the work is called as contractee. The person who has to pay contractor the consideration for getting the work done. Now in this case, the contract costing method is used by the contractor to find a profit or loss made by him under a particular contract. For that purpose, he opens a ledger account which is called as what? Contract account. He will be opening contract account to find whether he has made profit or loss on a particular contract. Here, when the contract is fixed, the sum price is fixed between the parties, which is called as contract price. It is a consideration which contractee has to pay to contractor. Now this consideration for the contractor has two elements. One is cost for the contractor plus his profit. For example, 75,000 is the cost of the contract and 25,000 is profit. Then contract price may be fixed at rupees 1 lakh, which contractor has to pay to the contractor. The whole amount will not be paid by the contractee at the beginning of the contract. The amount is usually paid in installment as contract work processes. So there becomes a question how to decide how much work is completed. For that purpose, expert is invited or architect. He issues a certificate, the amount of work completed. That certificate, work certification, is called as what? Work certified. Usually the value of work certified is expressed in terms of contract price. So contract price includes cost plus profit. Therefore, amount of work certified also includes cost plus profit. For example, contract is of 1 lakh, and if work certified is 50% of the contract price, that means work certified is 50,000. Contractor may have completed some amount of work which is not certified by the expert. That is possible that when contract we find that expert has issued certificate, work certified certificate is issued, and then some work has been done by the contractor, so it is not included in the certification. That amount is called as what? Work uncertified. The contractee pays amount to the contractor based on the work certified. Normally whole amount is not paid, some amount is retained by the contractee. For example, he will be retaining 10% of the value of work certified for successful completion of work. This amount is called as retention amount. This amount will be paid at the close of the contract or satisfaction of certain conditions. When contract account is prepared and the contract is completed in one particular single year, the whatever profit or loss shown by the contract account, it will be transferred to profit and loss account, or if there is a loss, it will be transferred to profit and loss account. But there are possibilities that contract work may not be completed in one single year. It may take 3 or 4 years. In that case, how to transfer or calculate profit on incomplete contract? In that case, the rule says that we are required to calculate profit even on incomplete contract by preparing contract account. Such profit is called as notional profit, or if there is a loss, it will be called as notional loss. If there is notional loss on incomplete contract, the entire amount of notional loss will be transferred to profit and loss account. How to treat the amount of notional profit that we'll be discussing afterwards. Let us see the format of contract account in short. This is a pro forma of contract account. Contract number, when contractor takes many contracts in a particular year, he may number contract like contract number 1, contract number 2, contract number 3. Accordingly, different ledger accounts will be open for each contract and number will be given contract number 1 account. To the debit of contract account, we are going to record all expenses relating to the contract. Like we may be having material cost of material. Now material, the contractor may store in his warehouse, and from store or warehouse he will be supplying the material to various sites. That is called as what? Material supplied from stores. Some of the material which is not held in warehouse may be required to purchase from the open market. That is called as what? Material purchased from open market. There is possibility that transfer of material may take place from one side to other side. This is how also we can have material from the other side. This will be all debited to contract account. Then we have labor, that is wages paid on the contract. Any amount outstanding during the period is also added to this amount of labor. Direct expenses related to the contract. Cost of special plant, any particular machinery or plant is required to be brought for the particular contract, then that amount will be debited. This is called as what? The method where we are recording full amount of that special plant, and then closing value at the end of the year will be written on credit side, so that net difference of depreciation will be charged to that particular contract. Otherwise, you can charge depreciation only to the debit of contract account. In that case, there is no need of writing opening value and closing value in contract account. Then indirect expenses will be recorded. Then expenditure relating to plant, depreciation. Then on credit side, we'll have any material which is transferred to any other site or returned to warehouse, or it is lost or destroyed in accident, that will be recorded on credit side because it is not used for that particular contract. Similarly, we'll be recording WDV of the plant if we are going by capital method, where opening value will be there on debit side, closing value will appear on credit side. If any plant is sold, selling price will be recorded on credit side. If there is any profit or loss, it will be transferred to profit and loss account. Similarly, we will be recording the amount of material at site, work certified, work uncertified, to the credit of contract account under the heading work in progress. This work in progress indicates that contract is incomplete. This closing work in progress of 1 year will become opening work in progress of the second year. If contract is completed, profit or loss will be transferred to profit and loss account. If it is not completed, notional loss will be transferred to profit and loss account. Notional profit we can transfer by applying certain rules. If company has its specific policy of transferring notional profit to profit and loss account, as it is mentioned in the question, we are required to transfer notional profit accordingly. For example, they may give that company is transferring 50% of notional profit to profit and loss account. In that case, we are not required to think any other factor. Half of the profit we should transfer to profit and loss account, and balance of profit will be transferred to reserve account. This reserve which we are creating out of notional profit, that will be credited to the next contract account credit side. That means the contract account which is open for the next year, on credit side, the very first item will have by reserve brought down. That is notional profit of last year's profit. What part we have not transferred to profit and loss account, that is transferred to reserve account. In case of incomplete contract, we are required to follow certain rules. It says that we are required to consider how much amount of work certified is in relation to contract price. If work certified in relation to contract price is less than 25%, then we cannot transfer any amount of national profit to profit and loss account. The whole amount will go to reserve. So up to 25%, the nil amount will be transferred to profit and loss account. The entire amount will go to reserve account. If work certified is 25% or more but less than 50% of contract price, so it is between 25 to 50%, then we can transfer notional profit by using the formula 1/3, 1 upon 3, 1/3 multiplied by notional profit multiplied by cash received divided by work certified. By using this formula, we'll be getting the amount. That amount will be transferred to profit and loss account, and balance of notional profit will be transferred to reserve account. If amount of work certified is 50% or more, 50% or more but less than 90%, then we have to use formula 2/3, 2/3 multiplied by notional profit multiplied by cash received upon work certified. Then we'll be getting the amount of profit which we can transfer to profit and loss account. Balance amount will go to reserve account. If work certified is more than 90% or it is nearing completion or it is about to be completed, then in that case we have to apply formula estimated profit multiplied by cash received upon contract price, or we are required to apply the formula as given in the question based on cash received or any other element. This is how we prepare contract account. In every question, that is a single main account, we are required to prepare under contract costing. Thanks for watching this video. This is the introduction part. Stay in tune with Ekeeda and subscribe to our channel Ekeeda. Thank you.